Alright guys, we're back with another video, and this time we're going to be working on defense, but a fun way to work on your defense. So I have one of my fighters, you guys know Tyler here. He's going to be helping me demonstrate a fun way that we can work on defense using tennis balls. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to be using tennis balls, and you're going to be throwing them, or I'm going to be throwing them at my boxer, and he's just going to be he's going to be moving his head. This is going to be a fun little way that I can get them to practice their head movement. So we're going to be right here, and I'm aiming right at his head, and he has to be quick. But you guys notice, I'm not chucking it, I'm just tossing it right at him where he has to move that head, otherwise he's going to get hit. And sometimes I can aim lower, so you see how he's dipping down a little bit? You can dip down or stay up high, but it's just making him constantly move the head. And see, if he keeps slipping the same way, I'll target that area, and he has to change direction, otherwise he's going to get hit. And to have, so while I have him working on his head movement, guys, you may want to have someone else near you to help grab the tennis balls, because you see they keep going all over the place and it's hard to move. So while I'm doing this, guys, tossing, you're going to want to have someone else around you that can help grab the balls. So as you see, they're going all over the place, so you don't have to slow down. So if you guys are noticing, it may get a little hard while to toss and try to catch and toss, because they're going all over the place. So you're going to want to have someone else with you, right by next to you, or where they can run around and grab the ball. So you guys may want to have, I got 5, you may want to have anywhere from 6 to 10. So while you're tossing, someone else can run and grab it to you, give you a couple, and then go run and grab the other, so you could keep that motion going. Because once you get in the groove, it's kind of hard for you and your fighter, that once you guys get in the groove there, you got to stop, run and get, and it can slow down the momentum that they're getting comfortable and having fun with doing the head movement. So I'm going to have my other boxer, Jordan, here with me, and he's going to help run around, catch the balls, while I just throw them at Tyler, so we can stay focused and he can help us out. So you guys see, that's a little fun that you can have, where you see how someone is running, giving you the ball, so you can constantly keep going. And then your boxers, if they ever get tired of just practicing the same thing, this can keep it entertaining, especially when you're younger ones. When you got little kids, anywhere from 5 to even 10-year-olds, you'll be surprised that this can help keep their attention and help them wanting to get better and play these games where they're having a lot of fun, burning calories, but they're learning how to slip. Because if you guys were watching, you saw how my boxer kept slipping one way. So I started changing, and guess what? He got hit. So guess what? He started slipping the other way, and then even started ducking straight down to make sure he didn't get hit. So it's a fun little game that you can play, and it'll keep everyone excited, make it interesting, and at the same time, at the end of the day, your boxers are learning. Alright, once you guys feel comfortable with that, once your fighters got it down with the head movement, you're happy with the way they're performing, now have them move their head and use their feet, but they can only go side to side. So this is another little fun thing that you can add. So it's like, now instead of just staying there moving their head, move their head and use their feet. So for this one, guys, is I said they can use their feet. Now I'm going to be aiming for the head and for the body, okay? To make sure my fighters move their feet, I will toss their body so they can't slip or weave. They have to move to get out of the way. So let's begin. you see, guys, that was a cool way of, you see how I was throwing the body? My boxer couldn't duck no more, and when he did, he ran into some of that. See, it's teaching them that they always can't use the defense. Sometimes it's better to use your feet and use the angles, left or right, to move and get out of the way. That's what you saw with my fighter. He had to start learning, but then I started throwing. When I had 2 or 3, you saw I was trying to throw body into the head at the same time, because not only did that force them to use the feet, but if they would have just stayed there, you got hit. So it's teaching them move their feet, move their head, or move their head and then use their feet to get out of the situation. But see, it's another way that you can make learning defense, footwork fun and entertaining for your younger ones. Even your older ones, you can have a little game with them. And you can even add, so for example, if you got older fighters that they get tired of the routine, have them do the same thing. But here's the thing, make it a little bit more of a challenge. Every time they get hit with the ball, whether it's to the face, to the body, they have to do 1 burpee and do it for a 3-minute round, 1 minute rest, and do maybe 2-3 rounds. And at the end of the round, each round, they have to do push-ups, burpees, or whatever exercise that you want them to do. Add up, and guess what? This is going to make them more alert, more aware of what they got, how they got to keep their defense sharp. And like I said, it's just a fun way to keep the defense, to keep everyone excited and wanting to learn and practice. Otherwise, you'll notice like boxers, they'll get too ritualistic, they'll get too in the routine, and you'll see them hit a plateau just because, not because they don't want to learn, they just get burnt out. And this is another fun little way to prevent them from getting burnt out. All right, guys. So you saw with my younger fighter, I did the defense with the tennis ball. Now, you guys may ask, like, what happens if I don't have a tennis ball, or what if I have a small area or a really big area, but the ball is bouncing around and I don't have no one that can catch them for me? Well, the next thing I like to do is I like to use cones, and we're going to demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate with my older boxer, Jordan. We're going to demonstrate how you can still do the same exact thing, head movement and footwork, but using the cones, and they won't be bouncing all over. So if you're by yourself, you can toss it, grab it, reach it, and keep it going, keeping the momentum going. So now I'm only going to have my boxer just do defense. So I'm going to throw the cones at him. He's got to move his head. See, that's what the benefits of having cones is. I can throw them at them, and you see how they're right there. So I can give my boxer a job like, hey, practice your head movement while I pick up the cones. So while I'm picking them up here, if I don't have someone extra to grab the cones like I did before, I can have my boxer working on something. Or I can grab a few, quickly run back, and just keep it going just like that. See, so you know there's the pros and the cons. Like tennis ball is good, they bounce back, come to us, but sometimes you saw they were going all over the place, so it was hard to do that. This one, I could have kept throwing, run to them, they're in one spot. So if you got area where you can't move around a lot, or they go all over the place, you can use the cones instead. So I'm going to be throwing now. We're going to have my boxer moving left to right, head movement. Now for you guys that aren't sure like how far you will have a boxer move, well, I don't know if you guys see it, but we got little lines right here. And I told my boxer, I said he can't move past these lines, so he's got this little area to move side to side. You can give your boxers, you can tell them to move as much as you want, or you can restrict it so they can focus more on their head movement and footwork. Because now we're going to be slipping, but also at the same time moving left and right to avoid the shots. So I'm going to be throwing at his head and his body. And my other boxer, Tyler, will be helping me catch the cones so I can keep the momentum going. While I'm focusing on that, Tyler will be grabbing the cones and giving them to me. So here we go. time. You see, that's just a little drills that you can have fun while doing with your fighters. And if you guys even notice, I started feigning with it. Like I started making it believe like I was gonna throw, and that's another thing you can start adding to challenge your boxers and having fun. Remember, it's all fun. You could make this fun, and you guys want them to keep, your boxers to keep coming back, keep learning every day. You want them to have fun learning. And this is a way, you see like how my boxer, he started getting a little wide in the stance. So I started throwing to body to catch him. And so now he knows, hey, if I get wide or I square up, it's harder for me to move. I can't move and I get hit a lot. See, and these are just little simple things that that you can teach your fighters. And if you make it a game, they're gonna want to get better. And be like, hey, I can't, if, for example, I could be like, hey, every time you get hit, that's 5 push-ups. So guess what? They may do 5, and then at the end of it, they're gonna be like, oh, I can't do no more push-ups. I don't want no more push-ups. Especially when you start making a friendly competition between teammates or your fighters. I'm talking about coaches, you and your other fighters, making it where they're tossing each other and they're trying to have their fighters. So for example, if I had Tyler, I was like, hey Tyler, try to hit Jordan as much as you can, because then he'll have to do push-ups. But if you can't hit him, let's just say, for example, if you can't hit him 3 times, then you owe me 10 push-ups. See, make it a friendly competition where, guess what? Tyler's gonna want to hit Jordan, and Jordan's gonna do his best to not get hit. So this is what I'm saying. Like, these are fun little drills that I'm teaching you guys that you can do with your young ones, and even with your older ones. That no one wants to get hit, no one wants to do push-ups, no one wants to do extra work. But that's what you add, a little spice to make it more exciting and for everyone to come back in the gym. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, learning that fun little game of defense with the tennis ball and the cones. I'd like to thank my boxer, Jordan. I'd like to thank my boxer, Tyler, for helping me. If you guys enjoyed, check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. But until next time, this is Castigador, and I'll see you guys next time.